Hi, my name's Jo Hodge and I'm one of the writers of this fantastic new scheme called Max Computing. We're going to take a look at an example of an unplugged activity. Remember what I said, an unplugged activity is an activity that doesn't require a computer, which is great because all the students can get involved in the activity. And this activity can be adapted as well. This lesson is taken from Unit 2 in Workbook 3. And this is called Avatar Maker. And this lesson we're going to look at comes from lesson 2. I'll just show you again sort of an overview of the pages there, of the workbook. But what we're going to look at is a very small activity, but a really useful one to help them understand about how to create their own avatar. And we know that avatars are really important because it's a representation of a particular person. If you look, it's this little section at the top and you can see a little icon there that tells us this activity is related to paper avatars. To complete this activity though, you will need to look at the digital resources and download the appropriate instructions. Here is the example of the instructions that you can download. Very clearly laid out with steps, explaining what they need to do. I'm going to go through these instructions with you and we're going to have a go at making our own paper avatar. At the end, I might explain to you how you could use this across the curriculum, because we know computing is important in every subject. The first thing that it asks you to do is to take a piece of A4 paper and fold it into 3, like so. Once you fold it into 3, you open up your piece of paper and you end up with 3 columns. Instruction 3 says to draw the lines once you've drawn your avatar. But can I suggest it might be a good idea to put some faint lines in first and divide it into thirds. You then draw your avatar and you start with a head, upper body and lower body. And then you draw your lines in where that shows. So I'm going to show you one that I've done. Here you can see my avatar. I've got a head, upper body and the lower body. And I've drawn those thin pencil lines. And the lines are drawn where the neck is and where the waist is. And you're actually dividing your avatar into 3. Now when you come to make your digital avatar, this will make perfect sense. Because when we create an avatar, we create it in sections, in parts. We never just draw the whole avatar in one. Once you've drawn those lines, you can then cut along the lines to the centre. Can we see here? And you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 little flaps. Now here's where you can have some fun as well. You can decorate it, but then you can fold over a flap and change your head. Take that off. You could fold over your middle flap and change your upper body. You could then fold over your bottom flap and change your lower body, and so on and so forth. And if you want to, you could do it again and have a different head. What would be good fun is to do it with a partner and each have a go. Maybe one of your partners draws a different head or draws different feet. Pass it around the room and end up with some really crazy avatars by the end of the session. Again, decorate them and make them really colourful. You can see here again from the instructions. So it's explaining it, folding it, drawing it, putting in those pencil lines to help you, and then cutting. And here it then shows you how to colour it in a different colour. Again, a really fun activity. I've done this on Workbook Day and the children made some really crazy characters and then made up their own story. Do you remember we were talking about scratch tales, aren't we, before in one of our other units? This could link to that unit as well, couldn't it? Using things across the curriculum, because this is a fantastic lesson for giving children ideas of characters and what they could look like. If you've got time at the end of the session, maybe do this with a friend. And all you need is a strip of paper divided into 3.